Hello, everyone, and we're live again for the Pranic process online. We're having the seventh, I believe, session of this process. Very happy to be here with you. And tonight we have 3 questions. So we invite you to do questions and tell us what you need to learn or ask after 6 or 7 sessions. There are probably things that you want to hear about, or things that maybe come up in your life and you want to bring them on topic tonight. And also we will talk about one thing that's very important to many people: the fact that, we have these beautiful retreats, we go in these beautiful places, we have these fabulous experiences, and then we go back home. And all of a sudden you're in this situation where you are with the family, or with the loved ones, or with the one that push your buttons, and you get out of your Zen state. You no longer have the same fairy wings around. You feel a little pressure or a lot of pressure. And many people, after they come back from retreats, they usually even fall harder than before, because they had something to compare it with, and now they're feeling sad that they cannot keep that state. They cannot keep the pace, of health, happiness, and harmony that they felt during that retreat. So the natural question would be, how do we deal with that? How do we make it so that we always have a harmonious state? Hi, Emilio, so nice to see you here. How do we make sure that we have a harmonious state, a fabulous uplifted vibration, even when we are at home with the dear ones? So not only in the retreats, not only in the beautiful gatherings that are everybody's on prana and everyone is floating on a cloud. What do we do when we get back home and we are dealing with the loved ones, family, or the people around us, whoever they are? So this is the topic of tonight, and this is the thing that we're going to approach for this 7th evening of the Pranic process online. For those of you who haven't been with us in the process, just know that this is a process of 8 days. We are doing it we are meeting for 8 days at 8 p.m. or 8:30 p.m. Bucharest time. We have 1 hour or 1 hour and a half of sharing, and then powerful pranic meditation with detox at all levels, physical, mental, and emotional, and with energy, prana, streaming through all our channels, all our physical systems, and also all our energy layers, so that everything gets recalibrated. So this is what we're doing for 8 days. And there's also the recordings. In case you can't make it online, you can also see the whole program recorded, so that you enjoy it all and integrate it all and repeat it as much as you want. So this is what we're doing here. For all of you who want to join, there's a link in the description of the video, and I'm going to also place it in the comments, and you can join us either for this session, which is for 1 hour and a half, because we're not going to be on Facebook for too long. Then we continue with our participants. Or you can join us for the 8 gatherings that are very powerful, and you can do them from the comfort of your home. Emilio, just join us. I'm looking forward to see more of you. I haven't seen you in a bit. And I'm looking forward to also hear from you. How are you being, and how's your life now? So yeah, very, very happy to see that more of you are joining. Thank you for coming, Cora and everyone else. Hi, Sandra. Sandra's on Zoom. She's been with us through the whole week. How are you doing? I hope you're well here in Bucharest. And everyone else who's still, tuning in, they're going to join us a bit later. So Cristiana and the other ones who are in this process. Tonight, I was telling you that we're going to talk about topic of how to deal with negativity, how to keep your vibration, your frequency high when you're at home with family, with your dear ones, with the people that push your buttons, so that you keep your pranic frequency. Sometimes you go back to your family, maybe you live alone, maybe you've lived with, some roommates, or you've been in a retreat, like we said, and then you've gone back home, you met your family, and all that thing dropped. So let's see how we can deal. Yes. Let's see how we can deal with that situation when you're going back and you face that. Sandra says, I just came from that retreat. Brasov was my retreat. Your topic of tonight is nailing it for me. I always tune into the group, whoever the group is, and I always stream whatever is necessary for that night. There's never the same topic. If we do this program 7 times a year, every time we discuss of something else. I mean, we have some basic things that we discuss, like the practices to do at home, or the breath work, or how to channel light through your bodies. But otherwise, we're just tuning and channeling information, because that's the most important thing, that we address and approach the real actual issues that the group that is joining is confronted with. So that's why those of you on Facebook and those of you on YouTube and Zoom, yes, let me know what would be your questions on this topic. If you have such challenges or you have experienced them in the past, what would you like to ask, add or comment on this topic of how to deal with negativity, how to deal with family situations, or when you're getting out of a retreat, how to manage all that. Hi Cristiana, thank you for joining us. Hi Narada, thank you for being here, and I'm happy to see you again. And especially now that everyone has been in seclusion for a long time with their spouse, family, dear ones of some sort, I believe that's even more, hotter topic because of that. We are in a situation now at the global level where we have some decisions to make, some decisions that are powerful for ourselves and for our dear ones. Not always we are, like in the Tibetan or yogic traditions, we have to, accept everything and stick with the thing until our last breath. There's not always like that. Sometimes when things don't work, they just don't work, and we have to admit that as well. For example, now many people have had some choices to make in the in how they want to manage their vibration now and from now on. And there's been people who have chosen to stay in 3D and continue with the games in fear and power. I mean, it's a vibration. It's for some that want to still learn it and deal with it. And some have chosen to move on into 4D or 5D, more elevated vibrations, or a higher state of consciousness, if you will, a lighter way of being, however you want to call it. If we don't talk dimensions, we can talk vibration and frequency, right? And they have chosen they have chosen to stay in that frequency, and maybe you have chosen to move on, to be in a different pace, right? Because you as a spirit have this option now to, it's not about that ascension, it's about descension, descending the fullness of your light into your body and not living in a place of fear. So thanks, Emilio. Emilio saying that he's listening to other people, and it's lovely to see me. And it's lovely to see you too. Yeah, how to deal if if they're your dear ones, if they're your family, if there are people you cannot just leave behind. We're not in that frame where we're advising people to just dump your relatives, dump your partner, and just move on. But we are, however, stating that there is a necessity of boundaries. If people around you need to express aggressively, or need to express in a state of anger or impolite, or trying to drag energy in certain ways, you don't have to really be nice and cope with it till your last breath. You can hold your space and say, once and for all, that that's not a way of expression that works for you. That's the first step. Second, you might look inside if they're mirroring some inner aggressivity or some inner frustration that you might be, sending out. That's also important to look, because everything eventually is mirroring what we are or what we judge. Third thing is to not necessarily leave the conversation, but take some space, until things calm down. I've often seen that people are trying to cope with an endless conversation, an endless argument. Like yesterday, I posted something on a group. It rarely happens to me that I post something on a group and sometimes and people nag me. I mean, usually people are receiving openly what I share, but this person was trying, what I felt was trying to set himself in the position of the one who has to validate me. I was so amused. So he wanted me to convince him why he should keep my post on his group, and why he should pay attention to my post, and why he should leave it there for the group to see it, and all this stuff that for me is a kid's play. And I mean, I don't even I was just laughing and saying, just delete it from there. If you don't resonate, I don't care. But people sometimes, they, even if you don't have the need of being validated, they have the need of validating you so that they can feel in a place of power. So my position was to just disengage from the conversation. I clearly stated that the conversation is boring and unappealing to me, and that I'm not interested on being in any group if people don't resonate, or if one doesn't resonate. And I just pulled back from that thing, because it was clearly a game of power, and I wasn't, I'm not interested in games of power. I'm just interested in games of love. So that was my way of just handling with a situation where someone was trying to pull energy, or set himself in a position that he wasn't, and stuff like this. I don't give any energy to people that want to play, that want to play games of, oh, show me who you are, show me what your credentials is, how convince me that I should look at your video. I mean, what is that? I make you a gift, you either open it or throw it away. I'm not interested. I just send out what I feel to send out. And that's also involving not being so much involved in other people's opinions, other people's whatever they think about you is what they think about you. And you trying to, for example, convince your family or convince the people around you that you should be pranic, or you should be spiritual, or that your spiritual path is okay. That's not a game to play. I mean, if they want to try it, they should try it for themselves and see if it works for them. For you to prove that it works for you, it's no game. I mean, it's not worth it. I never tried to prove my family that I am um, okay with what I'm doing. I never tried to convince them that I should follow my path. Actually, they have been in distrust for quite a while, as I was telling you the days before, because I left my company and started this thing that was not even a business, was a spiritual path, and they wouldn't know how I would cope with it. I never tried to, validate myself in front of anyone, because I knew my path is right, and whoever is meant to see it will just walk along with me, and the ones that aren't ready to see it will just drop away naturally. And it has happened. So just having the power to let people drop away from your life is also very important. I mean, if they think, or for some reason distrust, they think you're not okay, or distrust your path, you don't have to make all these efforts to constantly prove yourself to them, or try to narrow yourself down, or dim your shine, or dim your light, or play normal, or play dull, just to fit their patterns. That's not a game for you to play. It will eventually block your pranic flow. It will block your influx of energy, and it doesn't benefit you, it doesn't benefit them. So that's what I have to say about that. And in parallel with that, there's another direction of having compassion. I mean, if people really want to know, if they really are interested in changing something in their lives, or wanting to know about your path to see, what they can do for themselves, that's another thing. I mean, I've had people in my family, for example, my brother, who have asked me about meditation and vegetarianism since my first start. And right away, as I explained to them openly what it is and why I do it, right away they have taken it in. And that's another attitude. I mean, you having compassion to explain, to show, to, you know, you open yourself to for them to look at your path, but without trying to convince anyone that you are right, or that your path is good, or that you should. And also being discreet about the things that would be too, I mean, I never said to my family ever that I'm going to stop eating. I never intended that. That's one thing. And the second thing is that uh, they wouldn't have coped very well with it. So if you want to do a retreat, or 7 days or 30 days with no eating, that's going to scare off your tribe. You don't just go and say it. Maybe you tell them after, if you came out of it right and okay, maybe you can tell them after what you did. If your skin is shining, if your eyes are brighter, if your compulsion is more beautiful, if you're calmer, and they ask you why you are all that, you can just share what you just did, and in the amount of parameters that they can encompass. So being compassionate to their level of understanding, being kind, being in discernment of how much you can share. I've had a client who is trying to do a process. She booked a Pranic process one-on-one with me for 7 days. And her intention was that beyond their 7 days, for her to be 21 days on water or coconut water. And she asked me what she should do. First, I said her to first take it mildly and first detox her body. Like I say to everyone, don't just go on water or dry fast without detoxing your body. You're going to have pains, you're going to have detox crisis. It's not fun. First do the detox with herbs and colonics and all that, and then go into water fast or even dry fast. I don't recommend, but whoever feels called to do that, just do your detox first, right? So I recommended her to first do a detox, and second, to not bribe about it to anyone, because there's the naysayers that will always discourage you on whatever path you might intake, and you don't want that energy to block you or put you down or backset you. So I suggested that maybe she should take some days of retreat in a private place, or she should meet her family rarer in that month so that she can go along with her path. She did the exact opposite. For quite a while, she kept trying to convince her family that her path is right and that she is supposed to do that. And the end result was that for a full month, she hasn't even been ready to start it. When finally, after seeing all these results, she has decided to listen and start the journey without um, letting her family know, the second time she tried it, she was able to succeed it and be on water and coconut water for 30 days and completely detox her system. So I mean, you can trust what I say and go for it, or you can try it yourself, the exact opposite, and see what it happens. But eventually, you'll have the ability to choose your end result and what you want to find. Strong telepathy. Thank you. Welcome. It's good to share that. I mean, we are one, all of us. Thank you, Emilio, for your feedback. Hi, Anastasia. Thank you for joining us. Is there any questions that you want to, add before we end the Facebook video? Because we don't have much on Facebook. I'll be curious on how to channel and protect yourself as a body worker. I believe Cristiana means when you do massage or other hands-on techniques, right? I am making sure that I got it right. Type your yes in the comments if it's so. Anyway, body worker for me implies everything that includes body contact. It could be massage therapy, whatever it is, sex practitioner, whatever it is. All of that requires, oh, okay, exactly, says Cristiana. Um, all of that requires that you are always in a state of love whenever you touch other people. Whatever you do as a body work, it implies that you have the strong frequency of love deeply ingrained into you. That's the first and foremost protection. If you're in a frequency of love and above, you'll always be strongly, I mean, not just protected, but you're just going to emanate that to others and imbue them with your love and heal them with your love. That's the first thing. And with that, I give the example of Mother Teresa, who was able to go into hospitals and wherever people were sick or having issues, and she would never fear that her immunity would drop or that she's going to have problems. All the masters have done it. And with this pandemic, I think the frequency of love, and I know, not only I think, I know the frequency of love is the best immunity booster and the best antivirus protection. I always surround myself with a dense and compact and beautiful field of pink, bright pink golden love whenever I'm out, and most of the times also when I'm in my home, because it nourishes me. And I've noticed clearly when I'm in a supermarket or a busy place, or when I travel in airports with thousands of people and sitting in planes very, very often with people very close to me, that field is keeping me energized and it's keeping me really happy. I mean, in an elated state, that really dispels all negativity or possible whatever things can be around me. And I'm able to reach my destination happy and with very little jet lag when I'm flying. I mean, when I'm in a supermarket or a crowded place and I forget about my blanket of love, the way I call it, or my shield of roses, I very quickly observe that I get tired right away, because I have a very strong supportive grid field in my house that supports my pranic state. And going outside or in my area, even because I'm in the mountains, when going outside in a busy city and or in a busy supermarket changes a lot the field that I'm in. So that shield of love, that emanation of love and really putting a grid in your auric field, because we're energy scientists eventually, and this is science. This is not something that we've invented. Everything can be demonstrated. There are now machinery that can monitor and observe your auric field and how it's colored and how it emanates and how it radiates and which organs are affected depending on the color of your auric field. So this is a scientific thing. And also putting a certain energy in your auric field is a energy science thing. It's not a woo thing. Nowadays, everything can be demonstrated and that these things exist, right? So this is something I've learned on my own, and also it's been confirmed by one of the biggest Qigong masters that I've known. His name is Mantak Chia, who always states that the best immunity is, one, the pink shield of powerful love and compassion that destroys literally all bacteria. Second, laughter. Laughter boosts the immunity. It it brings a lot of energy into the body, into the bone marrow. Smiling to your bone marrow actually builds more immune cells. So that's another thing that is actually building your field so that you can literally have a stronger field and be able to do more body work with people without, yourself absorbing anything. And there is a difference, between absorbing energies and emanating. One is a yin thing where you're taking on the energies of other people and you're um, accepting them, literally accepting them in your system. And but the difference between that and the state of emanating love, emanating energy, emanating like a sun. The sun would never worry about whether the planets are going to affect him or not. It's just radiating and it's just imbuing everything with love, lots of love. So that's the thing that I recommend. And also, always, when you do body work with people or energy work, make sure that you are healthy, because if you're not healthy in your physical body, especially, that creates debris in your auric field, and from there you can absorb or take on the energies of others. So when I'm not healthy, when I feel, I'm mostly healthy nowadays, but when I feel my system is a little down because of whatever happens in my life or in the world, I just do not take sessions or anything. I just pause for one day or more until I get back together, because I know that this helps others to get the best results of my work. I don't want to affect other people when I'm not fully aligned. And second of all, it also, protects or helps me stay in balance. That's an important thing to choose when you do body work or other things with people. Let's see, one last thing before we go out of Facebook. I love this shield of roses. Worked with this visual before, but the world shield is okay. That's beautiful feedback. Anastasia, thank you for that. Some of the main questions I have with Pranic nourishment are related to how this affects women's menstrual cycles and how one sustains physical excretion, such as exertion, sorry. Because you said about cycles, I was thinking it has to be something in the same area. Exertions such as building a garden, strong exercise. Okay, I'm going to address the first one first. Building a garden, strong exercise. If you have the program that you can't do exercise or body work when you're on prana, just look at Elitom Elamine or Gaston Bacchiani, or even myself, but that I still take smoothies or nuts from time to time, or soup. So if you want someone that's completely on prana, just liquids. Elitom Elamine travels all over the world. He seems to have a strong stamina and not get tired really quickly. So that can remove your program. Another friend of mine who's been on liquids the past 5 or 6 years, his name is Gaston Bacani. He has been managing to win several golden medals at triathlons in Germany while running and swimming and whatever they do in triathlons, which is heavy body work. And he only consumes very little orange juice during his contests because he wants to be fully in the Pranic flow. So that's one thing you can deal with. And also all the other stuff that imply effort or body work when you're on prana, you can really, because think of it as being constantly and completely fueled. With food, you might or might not take all the nutrients, you might or might not take enough energy from your food. But when you're fully on prana, and only when you're fully on prana, because there's a difference in being 50% or weight 80% and being fully on prana. When you're fully on prana, that's fully supplying you with all the nutrients, all the minerals and everything you need so that you're in perfect balance. So Jasmine was also, as she checked her doshas, which is the elements in the Ayurvedic system, the balance between her elements. She was proven to be fully 100% balanced in her doshas, which is very rare in people on this earth, because of the food that they take that is sometimes imbalancing, too much earth, too much air, too much fire bringing on, depending on what you're eating. While she was on prana, she wasn't eating stuff that would imbalance that, and prana would supply all the elements as she needed. So that's a state where you're fully energized. When I'm on prana fully and I just have, not even water, I notice that I can climb my mountain hike that I do regularly. It's a 2 hours mountain hike that I do barefoot, and I can climb it just with a few sips of water or nothing. While before, when I was using to eat before I got on the mountain, I would have a salad or whatnot. I would stop at the middle of that track and needed water and needed a protein chocolate bar. A few years ago, I would just stop in the middle of it. And now for a year or two, I'm noticing that I don't have to stop at that point anymore. I just go by and I'm fully receiving the energy I need to make it to the top, and not even need, sometimes I do need water if I'm too fiery, if my mind is a bit agitated, and sometimes I don't need water on that track, because being barefoot and being in pure pristine nature is completely fueling us, at least at this level. I don't recommend people to go out in nature without eating and going barefoot without having an energy training. That might kill you, so be careful. I'm talking about, after 10 years of pranic journey, that's a different ballgame. It's not that we're special, it's just that we've practiced in this direction, and we're just warning people so that they don't have health issues. Um, so so when in that state, you can actually have high amounts of fueling your body, not needing everything that you would think you need from food. I'm loving this. Thank you for sharing. Yes, barefoot all through the lands and forests. Okay. And with menstruation, it actually, in many cases, when I was an adolescent, I had the experience of going, uh, suddenly going on prana for a while. I've eaten just half an apple a day or a biscuit a day for a while. And in that time, also my menstruation stopped. I didn't know why. I didn't know what was happening. I wasn't, not aware that there is such thing called pranic nourishment. I didn't lose much weight. I was strong and was able to do my daily tasks at school and sports and stuff. It was just that my body needed something differently. Nowadays, I notice that when I'm on prana, and I'm just speaking for myself because, talking about other people is not necessarily relevant today. If I go fully on prana, I notice, and I don't eat at all, I just have liquids. I notice that my cycle can be, there can be 1 month and a half or even 2 months that I'm not having it, or it's coming later, or it's coming. It doesn't really come if you don't. I think on more months on prana, I would stop. In my case, that's what I believe. If I wouldn't take any nuts at all, any fruits, I believe it would stop completely. I'm also doing exercise that. Some Taoist exercise that have sometimes on women the effect of stopping it. It's not my purpose to stop it, although I'd love to just not consume that energy anymore. Yes, it's a natural thing, but it's also something that can be transformed, including the periods and all, because we're losing a lot of calcium and minerals and all that. And I'm actually enjoying it when it stops and I don't have it. It's more comfortable. So that can be transformed. It's not a goal, you let your body do what it needs to do. It's not something to force into, but I'm just saying that with less food and more, Taoist exercises, the amount of days, the amount of influx, and also the frequency of it can be shifted dramatically. And that can be a good thing for our health as women. If you want more on this, Anastasia, we're having a class on prana, intimacy, and kundalini on June 30th. Or we are sharing all things intimate in that class. And we're going to talk more about women's health and men's health and all that stuff. Thank you for your feedback, saying that you've experienced this as well. And as always, we invite you to continue with us for the full evening or for the full program if you're ready. The link is in the comments and in the description of the video. Sending you much love, those of you on Facebook, and see you soon, whenever that is. If you want to join, just type yes or, text me on Messenger, and I'm sending you the Zoom link. You can make the payment later. Big, big hugs. Yeah, it's on my page of Soul Healing academy.com/events. If you go on that, you can actually access the class, see how you can join us. Please let us know if you are in. Big, big hugs. Blessings to all. Thank you, girls, for coping with me. I know you're on Zoom, and let's see if anyone else joined. Okay. No, if there's any chat questions also, I want to see. Thank you, says Cristiana. Yes, thank you too for being here. Okay, uplift your energy. Other questions that you might have on this topic? Is there anything else that you would like to add or ask? I'm just checking. Okay. So, okay. I'm just tuning in then to see what I need to share, what is necessary for us to share in the continuation. Maybe the meditation would be cool. Or if you want, I can bring you on camera and you can share some of your experience of why, for example, Sandra, I have nailed it with you today, or anything else that you want to share. I'm gonna unmute. There you are.
Hi, girls. So I returned yesterday to Bucharest, and because I was traveling during the day, I didn't get the chance to do my exercises, my meditation. I even didn't get the chance to participate. So this took me a little bit of balance. Then there was a personal discussion I had, which took a hold on me emotionally. So again, it was fuel of negativity all around me. So when I heard that this was today's topic, I was actually really, really glad. Now I'm here with roses all around me.
I can
So
see.
I'm using this place for meditation, and I'm really, really looking forward to it as I need it.
That's great. I just had no idea we were going to have this topic until we actually started. When I put my camera on, that's when I knew what the topic of today is going to be. So that's how I
Telepathy works. Thank you.
We thank the angels for it. And what time are you returning the other night?
I think after work at about 8, I'll take the train. So I'll probably do tomorrow's session traveling.
That's going to be interesting. The whole train is going to enjoy it probably.
Yes. When I came yesterday, I was alone in the entire wagon. So not a lot of people are traveling these days, especially tomorrow being Monday. I really hope that I will be alone.
Probably you will, yeah.
Only with you girls.
You probably, yeah, because we're having less train travels these days. Is there anyone who wants to ask? Cristiana, you want to add anything? Thank you for sharing, Sandra. It's beautiful.
Cristiana,
Hi.
hello, Sandra. I'm at the moment I'm walking with the dogs, but I'm with you. I'm totally with you. I'm gonna find even a nice place for meditation. I'm gonna show you now. I'm gonna show you a bit my my dogs, not mine. Look, here we
Yeah.
have two big dogs, and here is this is Ireland. As you could see, I'm wearing a jacket, and yeah, I'm gonna find a place, and I'm gonna be with you during the meditation. I'm all
So,
good.
mm,
Yes.
the weather in Ireland seems more chilly these days. It's not summer yet, huh? In your place.
We have just few days of summer in 3 months. I think it's like 10 days maximum of summer during the summer. But yeah, well, yesterday or a few days ago, I had like a crisis. I cried so much. It's like I can't anymore. Rain. But luckily, on 9th of July, I'm traveling, coming to Bucharest, so I'm gonna get
Ah,
my son then. Yeah,
you're
and
coming
then I'm
home.
planning. Yes, I'm coming. I'm coming for 2 weeks, and then I'm planning if everything will go smoothly. I'm planning to come back for the Pranic festival. Yeah, that's
That's
this is
great.
me.
That's great news. Okay, thank you and happy to see you. And if you happen to be around, maybe we see you in the mountains in the next few days when you are arriving.
Sure, thank you. That's that is somewhere there. Like there is a code there somewhere. I'll see
Mhm.
if it's gonna be if it will happen.
Absolutely,
Thank you.
if the stars
Thank you.
align. Okay, so
Sure.
if you girls are ready, if there's anything you want to add, if not, I just feel to go in meditation and see if there's anything else that we share after. So find your comfortable place, find your Zen spot in the middle of nature, there where you are. Start following your breath, start feeling that you are really surrounded in light from the center of the universe to the center of the earth. You are in a column of light and you're fully centered in this column of light, in this column of energy. And you're starting to breathe from this light. You can imagine it like being complete divine love, all pink golden love flowing into us, like we have talked about it before. We can actually bring it into our bodies and we can start breathing it into our cells. And we feel all the cells opening up, fully integrating this energy, allowing it to flow into our system, opening up for it, and fully surrounding us in love, in pure, unconditional fuel of love. I'm fully and happily bringing this into my heart, and you can bring it into yours. You can let this energy flow into your systems. And as you exhale, you release all the worries, tensions, concerns, everything that doesn't serve you, everything that's not beneficial for you, everything that's not for your highest good. Just release it into your column of light. Know that this column of light is pre-programmed to dissolve, transmute, transform everything that's not for your highest good. And again, taking a deep breath in, you're breathing in this love into your cells. You're feeling your cells opening up fully. And with an exhale, you fully release it. You release all this stuff that is burdening you, or thoughts or concerns that are not for your highest good. Just release it into the light. And again, another deep breath in. You feel or sense or see that you have a connection cable from the center of the universe to the center of the earth, fully surrounding you. And you release all the things that are in your system and in your heart. And from your heart, just release whatever keeps you from fully experiencing the pranic flow. just all the aspects, all the traumas, all the debris, all the things that have closed your heart in any way, shape, or form ever. Release them. And another deep breath in. And again, release. Deeper breath in, and now feel your heart chakra filling up with love. From the heart of the central sun, feel it flowing down into your heart and fully filling your heart with love, emanating love all the way through your systems now. Just remove any resistance to this energy, let it dissolve from your systems. Feel any area of your body releasing any tension that is resisting to love. And feel that your heart is opening more and more now. I'm fully feeling this love into my heart, and when I exhale, I emanate it out into the cells, into the organ, into all your physical systems. Into your auric field and out into the universe. Again, deeper breath in. And feel again with another breath that you are taking more love into your body, into your heart chakra. And with the exhale, allowing it to flow into your cells, into your organs, into all your physical systems, into your auric field, and out into the universe. Feel this layer of love becoming stronger and stronger. Feel that you're vibing at the frequency of love in any or every cell of yours. Feel this vibration of love as it fills your auric field. Any aspect of your auric field that needs to be recalibrated, just feel it as it fills up with this love. And with the exhale, you exhale out again the worries, the tensions, the concerns, all the aspects of your being. And just allow yourselves to open up to receive the love from your heart. You let this love flow into your lower centers as well, the lower chakras, all the way down to the base and then through the feet. It anchors down towards the center of the earth. Feel also that you're opening up and sending an anchor from the perineum towards the center of the earth, and feel how you're connecting to the center of the earth, to the heart of Gaia, and starting to receive energy from there. The energy from the heart of Gaia is flowing up into the cells into the roots, filling up your roots. See if your roots are healthy on both feet. If they're not, just reshape them. Allow them to be filled with energy and recalibrate it. Each one of your roots being filled now. And then it flows up into the soles of the feet, the ankles, the calves, the knees, the thighs, into your hips, into the lower back, up through the spine to the heart chakra and up through the base of the skull and up to your head, fully into your body. Filling your body with this energy from the heart of Gaia, this lushness, divine feminine energy. Accept it, allow it, open up for it, allow for it to be here now. And as it fills up your whole body, it surrounds your body. As it springs out through the top of your head, it surrounds your whole body with love, with lusciousness, with this beautiful feminine energy, biomagnetic field from the center of the earth. It just surrounds your body fully. And it creates this biomagnetic shield around your body. You can see it any color you want, but it knows that it's pre-programmed to keep out the Wi-Fi, the radiations, the thought forms, the energy that don't serve you, the things that are not beneficial for you. All that. And we program our biofield that only the beings and the energies of the purest light and love can get in contact energetically and telepathically with us now. Only the energies and the beings of the purest light and love can get in touch energetically and telepathically with us now. Only the energies and the beings of the purest light and love can contact us energetically and telepathically with us now. And this is writing codes into our system, so that our system knows what it needs to allow and what doesn't. And we come back slowly into our bodies. We are fully present in our bodies, in the toes, the soles of the feet, the ankles, the calves, the knees, the thighs, the hips, the lower back, upper back, chest, arms, all the way our shoulder blades, neck, head, the top of our head, all the way to the top of our head. We're fully here now. And we feel how this energy in our body is renewed. Maybe you can even feel a pink golden complexion in your system. And for the body work question, I've just received some extra tips. If people are doing massage, they can right after the massage, they should wash their hands with water at least to the elbow, or even better, water with salt. Whenever you feel your auric field a little clutter, it's very beneficial, and or every once in a while, at least once a week, if not more often, you can do a bath with Epsom salt and Himalayan salt and some essential oils, and that would completely relax and harmonize your auric field and, you know, clear out the things in your auric field that are not beneficial for you. For me, that bath was daily or every 2 days when I was having a bathtub. Now that I'm not having a bathtub, I'm recommending that as products, because we've talked yesterday about body pampering. I'm doing a mix of Himalayan salt with some body massage oil that has to be all natural, and some essential oils. You can use this body massage oil. You can use like, uh, let me see what this is, because this is actually what I'm adding. So it can be grape oil or fraction coconut oil. Don't put normal coconut oil because it gets hard on cold temperatures, so it will result in a body cream eventually. But use any other oil like grape oil or even a bit of olive oil, and you can mix it with some essential oils and add it in the salt so that you make a scrub out of it. When you apply it on the skin, you can use it instead of shower gel. That's also working beautifully for the body smell, like somebody was asking the other day. It's working perfectly because it clears out the cells and the toxins that are accumulated on the skin. It does it better than the soap, and it lets your skin much healthier than the soap, because the soap has, artificial things and sometimes too harsh things for the skin. It makes my skin really dry. The salt can dry up the skin even if you have oil, but it lets it healthier, and it removes the toxins as well as um, the toxins as well as the energy debris that, it literally absorbs it from your body. So it's like doing a salt bath. It's not as powerful because it's one thing to be fully immersed in water, but if you declare, that you want to be fully cleansed, it can do that. It's the power of intention. It's also important. So using this body scrub, not necessarily always scrub your skin. You can just gently apply it on your skin. It removes the dead cells and the toxins. You can actually use it instead of shower gel, especially when your body is not smelling or anything. You can just use it instead of shower gel. It's much more natural. I use it most of the days and always, and only when I travel a lot or pick up a lot of dust from somewhere, I might use the organic soaps that I have in the house. Shower gel I haven't used in a while. To tell you the truth, my skin is much happier. But speaking of how to deal with protect as body worker, cleansing, it's part of the protection, because you don't want to leave things in your body that are not for your highest good, or on your skin or in your auric field. You want to cleanse that all the time. So always surround yourself in light. And after you finish the job, or I recommend it every time we get back home, even if we didn't do anything that seems energy work, but everything is energy work because you're actually interacting energetically with everything around you. Whenever you go back home, I highly recommend taking a shower and then surrounding yourself in light. White light does the job of clearing the field very well. Violet light transmutes the energies that are not beneficial, and pink light is just like a detox. Detox, but also protection, but also nourishment. So these three layers can be always used. Is the column of light that we always do at the beginning of the meditation. It's also the energy cleanser that we can use all the time, especially after we worked with people. So any other questions or comments that you want to add or ask? Somebody was wanting to join us in a minute. I'm just saying that we're almost finishing, so they might watch the recording later. Let's see, that's everything. Thank you. I believe that's everything too. Looking forward to see you tomorrow. As far as I know, it's the last of the 8 sessions. There he is. I think we're going to end with a beautiful song tonight. Let's see if Martin has and wants to join us. Hello, Martin. Thank you for joining us. where we're just preparing to complete this gathering. Martin says he's connecting. Wow. Thank you for being here. Hello, beautiful being of light. We're just completing this session. I don't know if you can hear me. If you can't hear me, let's just talk to see if we hear you. We don't hear you either. I don't know why. Maybe your system, for some reason, is not coping with ours. I see your video, but don't see any mic. Maybe you want to unlog and log in again. Let's see. Martin is a beautiful musician. He's gonna be present at the Pranic Festival of Romania as well. And he's doing the sound. You're hearing us now? We're
Yes.
not hearing you at all. And you're, let's see, there you are. You're not muted. Maybe I'm not hearing you. Let me see. Now?
Now?
Yeah, I hear you. Hello. Thank you for being here. I was just sharing with everyone that you're a beautiful musician or sound worker, a sound healer, I might say, that you're going to be at the Pranic Festival in Romania and that you're just visiting our process now. So we had a beautiful meditation together. We just completed. And if there's any sound or song that you feel to share with us, it would be beautiful to hear you. We just meditated with of compassion and kindness, and there you are. You showed up. Thank you for being here.
It's a beautiful energy you have created here. It's good just for me, just to sink into it a little bit and feel it.
Totally understand that. And it's good that you tuned in. You've actually felt it from miles away. I know you're in a very far away country right now, in Netherlands or Holland, I don't remember. But it's clearly surrounding the whole planet if you tuned in from so far away.
Well, the other people present here,
Yes, there are.
they can hear me as well.
Everybody can hear you, yeah.
Good. I would first like to maybe share a few words, if it's all right.
There you go. Go ahead.
Such a graciousness here, and I thank you first and foremost, Cristiana, for just allowing this space and inviting me to towards the end of your little ceremony here. And I would love to sing a little song for you all. And it is not my song. It is your song. It is the song of this space and the energy that is here. And that is what you have created, knowingly or not. I am just a flute being played by the wind of your collective being. And that is a very thank you for that. And so Waka, Uetu, Ueyamu, Ayanahutu, Ayuawan, Wandanui, Ay, Waninahui. Why I know, I know, I know, I know, I know. Oh, I'll near Nanda Yarmandian ay ado ganena wai tan tanai nu ay nanda nanda nu walminan nani nandan tan tan ta nai gal guruni ti ai 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 man tan tenei nani O anti Ganta lanta Vaika ayu Amdi Man dan man
Thank you so much for sharing and from bringing in this ancient energy that you have just sung to us. I know that you've connected and felt that you've connected to quite ancient codes. That's what I felt through your sharing now. And everybody else is thanking you for it. And Martin is going to participate to the Pranic Festival in Romania, and we're probably going to end some of the evenings with his light codes and songs. Martin, do you want to tell us a few words about yourself, or maybe some other time?
I don't want to be strange But all my life and all that I am is present and condensed into this moment. And whatsoever you are experiencing of me right now, that is who I am.
Very beautiful. I think that sums it up, all of it. Exactly. Couldn't have said it better. And and Sandra says, one of our participants says that it's so beautiful. The crickets in the garden started singing the moment you did. And she's thanking you so much. So nature just sang with you alongside with us. We're very grateful for you tuning in and sharing this moment with us. We've been for 7 days in the pranic process with meditation and all that sharing together. So tomorrow night we're having the last meeting for about 1 hour around 8 or 8:30 p.m. Romania time. If you want to join us again, you can just tune in. Maybe we end it with another song and ceremony.
Lovely.
Thank you for being here. So, do you feel to add anything? Or anyone else? Before we complete?
To Sandra and Cristiana, both of you, the three of you, thank you for allowing me in here to share this beautiful energy with you. We never know with whom our life paths will cross, and we never know for how long. But for a few blessed moments, we created something together. Thank you.
Thank you. And blessings to all, and thank you for being here. And with that, we feel to complete this meeting. And see you tomorrow evening, same time, same link. I'm going to let you know if there's a change, maybe 8:30 instead of 8 or something like that, but we're meeting same way. Big hugs to all and blessings. Thank you for being here.